What's up, YouTube? It's EricALionsFan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to look at a beer from the Boston Beer Company. This is a Samuel Adams beer. This is their Rebel Juiced IPA. This beer comes in at 6.2% alcohol by volume, I believe. Yeah, 6.2% alcohol by volume, 55 IBUs. Guys, I've had this beer once before. I think it's okay. I think it's okay, but my buddy had it over to his place, and he asked me, he said, "Hey, Eric, you want a beer?" I said, "Yeah, I'll take one." He gave me a Rebel Juice IPA. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything great. But this is going to be my official review on it here, guys. Beer Advocate gives us an 82. The Bros have not reviewed it yet. Rate Beer gives us a 66 and a 43 in the style. Kind of a little bit harsh on that. 66 is about a D rating, and 82 for Beer Advocate's about a B minus. I noticed that most people, when I looked over their YouTube videos, said that they generally liked it, but I didn't necessarily think it was to the A class, except for one beer reviewer. And guys, you guys know my spiel. I kind of go over 1 year on YouTube to try to find some different perspectives on YouTube. Dr. Dave, the beer review professor, I believe that's what it is, or Dr. Dave, the beer professor is what it is. He liked it. Scott White also liked it. Chris's beer review said that he liked it as well. Ronald Terrio gave it an A. Kentucky Brew Reviews gave it all of them gave it 8s on their three-man panel, which is about a B on my scale. Thomas Metal 75 gave it an 82, a B minus. Inferno 9 said that he had liked it, and Blue Spectacles gave it an A. Now, guys, I've had this beer once before, but I don't kind of want to give a spoiler to it, but I'm going to kind of a little bit here, kind of a little lead-in. I kind of only think it's an okay beer, guys. So, without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and crack this top, and we'll see what we get from the Boston Beer Company. Guys, this one is freshness date of April of 2017. I kind of wish they would go to a bottled on or canned on date, but I've said my spiel on that, guys. I hate this enjoyed by date. I wish they would go to a bottled on date. Not a big hiss. My buddy said that when he had it, it tasted like gasoline. I was like, what? Tastes like gasoline? I don't think it tastes like gasoline, but I guess every perspective is different. Let's give it an aggressive pour like I always do. There we go. Let's see if we can get it all in here without it overflowing too much. There we go. All right, guys. For the Rebel Juiced IPA, the presentation, to me, is a white head, foamy white head, small to medium, a couple of large bubbles, small around the sides. That's a 2-finger head pour here in the Samuel Adams glass. It looks, lots of bubble streams coming up from this etched glass. It kind of looks like to me, like a golden color, almost to the malt liquor iced beer level, to me. That's how I look at it as. There's not much hop haze. It's a pretty clear style beer. I don't see any sediment coming up in here as well. I just see carbonation bubbles. A lot of carbonation bubbles, but other than that, it looks like a pretty good brew, guys. Let's get a nose on it. Let's see what we got. Right away, it's an IPA smell. Your typical grapefruit, mangoes, melon. A little bit of floral hops in there I can smell. Maybe a little bit of the malts are starting to shine through here too. But that's kind of the overwhelming aroma, guys, is that your grapefruit and your melons and your kind of, I want to say muskmelon. That's what it is mostly, melons. Not quite to the grapefruit, but melons. It says an ale with a mango juice and natural flavors. So the mango juice is probably what I'm smelling here when I say melons. All right, guys, let's throw it down the gullet. Let's see what we get. Bottoms up, guys. Cheers. Right away, I can get the hops right away. I'm getting the mango juice. I'm getting some hops. I'm also getting floral hops in here as well, like the earthy style. They call it the earthy style, but that to me is kind of like the floral style hops. Maybe a little bit of grassy notes as well. You can definitely get the mango juice, and that's predominant here. No alcohol presence. There wasn't any on the nose either, or on the mouthfeel. Mouthfeel to me, Bitterness is about right with 55 IBUs. Mouthfeel to me is about medium, starting to go on heavy, but that's probably because of the mango juice that they've added. It gives it a little bit more body. There's something that's kind of turning me off on this beer, though. I'm going to admit that right now. And I don't know quite what it is. Maybe it's that back end bitterness. To me, I kind of like a malty back end. With some of these IPAs, like let me see if I've got it right here. With the Alaskan IPA, the Husky IPA that I did a couple of days ago, I thought this was an excellent beer. Kind of maltiness on the back, more than bitter on the back. But there's nice lacing here on the glass if you're kind of into that kind of thing. I'll bring it up here so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. Like I said, I think it's only an okay beer. It's not blowing me away. The mango juice is probably, to me, when it says it has mango juice in it, you're going to taste the mangoes in it, but you're going to get also hops. I don't think that it's hopped right or anything. It has that Samuel Adams kind of taste to it with that kind of bite. But I'm not a big fan of the Rebel series either, and I'm not a big fan of IPAs in general. So I'm an American Adjunct Lager drinker, like your Bud, Miller, Coolers, Pabst, Molson, Labatt style drinker. I usually don't gravitate to the IPAs that often. Although so far the best IPA I've had thus far is this one, the Husky IPA that I've done, the Humalumalicious, but I've done by Shorts, which I don't do anymore because I don't care that they don't put the alcohol content on the label, which they should, because you need to know what you're drinking. And here's one other one. Oh, the Stone and Joy by series. Those are probably the only 3 IPAs I would really drink. But the Rebel series, to me, overall, I'm not a fan. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm not a fan of the Rebel series from Samuel Adams. That's just my palate talking to me. Now, a couple other people, like my buddy who lives right down the road here, he loves this stuff. He loves the Rebel and the Rebel Rouser. The regular Rouser and the Rebel Rouser, he kind of likes that double IPA, but the Session IPA he wasn't a big fan of. But I'm not a fan of any of the Rebel series IPAs. The grapefruit was okay for what it was, I will admit that, but any of the other IPAs I don't think very highly of them. But guys, this one I'm going to give a C. I'm going to give about a 75. I'm going to give it a C. But like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Rebel series. So I'm an American Adjunct Lager drinker, I'm going to admit. I'm starting to get into the other craft beers like the stouts, the porters, amber ales, brown ales. IPAs would be last on my list. So, but they're kind of what the IPAs are the most demanded beer out here. So I think they did an okay job with it. It's just that I'm not, and I'm starting to be a broken record here. I'm just American Adjunct Lager drinker, guys. But with that being said, guys, what do you give this beer, the Rebel Juiced IPA? I about just grabbed the bottle here. But what do you guys give it? Do you guys give it an A, B, C, D, or F? I give this a 75. I give it a C only because I'm not a fan of the Rebel series and I'm not an IPA drinker anyway. So, guys, if you had it, put it down in the comments and also do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, if you've had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys know my spiel. Don't be a hero and try to drive drunk because you're going to get pulled over, cop car, court fees, jail time, possible prison time. And if you're here to kill somebody, you're going to be in a slammer a while. And if you kill yourself, you're going to be 6 feet under. Seek out a designated driver, guys, okay? As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces.